Good evening. I just realized that. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay. So, cool. Let me move this over here. Let me move this over here. Cool. All right, guys. So let's run through the markets. So first of all, I'm happy with this setup here. We've got a bit of a down day today. When you look at the weekly, it becomes more apparent as to why, because there's kind of a key level there. This is the reaction against 1.1. However, we might finish higher tomorrow. We'll see. So I'm in the trade. It's triggered. I'm okay with it for now. My stop loss is still sitting below the low. I'll update it later. But there is no other setup. Sterling as well. Also triggered. Could also end up being a losing trade. Let's see how that goes. Aussie dollar. You know what's interesting about this one is shouldn't have got triggered. Shouldn't have, but let's find out. Okay, did not get triggered. Entry was above the high, didn't get triggered. That's fine. This Kiwi dollar did, right? Yeah, I did. So I got triggered in on this one. Game's not over yet. It's got to break the low. So let's see how that goes. Dollar yen has continued going. Looks fine. It all looks good at the moment. So I'm going to get rid of these. They look fine. We had the single one-day pullback. I'm in that one. It's still going. All good. Dollar Swissy has reversed again. So today we had a dollar reversal. You could tell if you go to that dollar index. Well, we'll see it tomorrow. We had a reversal. Dollar CAD continues going. This I missed. I missed this, and it was a easy trade, man. It was an easy setup. Continue down. I missed it. What are you gonna do? Euro GBP. This is interesting. So when you look at it from a weekly perspective, price is breaking back below. It's coming into major level, and we've produced a bit of a bearish candle here. So there might, I don't know if I would trade this, but just from a pure academic discussion point of, wouldn't it be interesting if it did this? Okay. Euro yen. Looks good. So my yen trades are looking good. I took. So. I am triggered in euro dollar, GBP dollar, Aussie dollars out. Kiwi dollar triggered. Pound yen. Oh, did I not place a trade on euro yen? Hold on a second. Oh, I am. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. So euro yen, I'm triggered. Let's add that in. That's from a previous day. Triggered. All good. Pound yen, triggered. I'll copy and paste it into the chat. So no, you don't see the chat. So it doesn't matter. Aussie yen. Let's do all the yen pairs quickly. Yeah, I mean, I'm in on that. What was the other one I liked? I said I like Kiwi yen. I'm in on that. Okay, so those were the ones I really liked. Then we had Aussie Swissy bullish from last night. It hasn't triggered. Okay, because I was saying how it could be the case. But it's a double bottom here. So I'm going to remove this. I'm going to move it down for now. But we've passed that kind of, well, unless we come back to here. I think we've passed the sweet spot. So I don't really expect anything to be the case. So unless it closes as a bullish candle in this area. Maybe. Natural gas. Natural gas. I don't want to be too long tonight. Just want to go through those ones. Natural gas. Natural gas is good. I'm in on that one. And the Dow. What happened with the Dow? It hasn't triggered. Hasn't triggered. But the candles are getting smaller, getting some bearish stuff in there. Richard, this is so cool. So listen, good evening. It's so funny. I was wondering if you would come in tonight. It's so weird. So I have a note, and I only know like one Richard. I think it's you. And the note says, find Bank of England bonds video for Richard. Find Bank of England bonds video for Richard. Does that ring a bell with you at all? Because I would have done that a couple of weeks ago, and I suddenly thought, was that for you? I don't know what, like, it's a blank. Oh yeah, okay, so just tell me more about it. I'll find it and whatever, I'll send it for you, okay? What it was. I think it was from Pensioncraft. Maybe from Pensioncraft, or was it how the Bank of England strengthened the pound or did something like that? I'm not sure, but cool. So at least I know who that was for. Anyway, okay, let me finish this up and then I'll leave you with that. So that I still think is a potential valid setup there. So let's go back to the market scan. We were on Euro Yen. Let's do Euro Swissy. No setup. Possible. This looks bearish. That could be a nice break to the downside, and it would be a consolidation breakout. You didn't promise to me, but you promised to everyone. Oh, okay. Oh shit. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Euro Aussie, no setup. Euro Kiwi. This looks nice and bullish. This to me looks really good. I think that's going to be a nice move to the upside at this time. So I think it's going to break out and keep going. So I think that's a possible buy. So there's a couple of different ways that I could trade this. I can put my entry. I can put my entry above the high of these candles here. They're inside candles. It's not and then my stop loss here or here. You could do it. It's not a fantastic trade setup because the reward to risk is probably the potential reward is up to here. Might be an entry on a lower time frame. But point is, excuse me. Looks bullish. Man, my days are chocker these days. Look at that. That's beautiful. Like, that's just, look at the quality of this trend, guys. Man, that's a beautiful trend. It's overextended, no doubt, but looks really good. Okay. Pound Swissy. Could be a setup, but look at the range on the weekly here. This is just garbage. So when I say that, it sounds horrible. I know it's a term I use because it is very clear that something isn't right, but there we go. So we'll just keep that there because that's where it's stuck. But could be a setup, could be a possible setup to get out of this consolidation if that's going to be the case, but that doesn't look great. However, it is also above the 50-period moving average, so it could be becoming bullish, but I really would want it to break free of this level. Pound CAD, no setup. That is definitely gone. There's no setup there. Pound Aussie, just looks like a continuation, and looking at it here, it looks pretty obvious. There's a double bottom there. It looks like it just wants to keep going. You said back when Liz Truss economic announcement was the problem for the dip on the sterling. Yeah, wow. I was like, I don't know why I didn't respond to that in sooner, faster than that. Possible setup here. I quite like it. This is Pound Kiwi. So Pound Kiwi and was it Euro Kiwi? They look good. So I think I'm gonna go with Pound Kiwi. I'm gonna put that on my list. Cool, Pound Kiwi, nice. Aussie Kiwi, no. Don't know what's happening here. Aussie CAD, no setup. Aussie Swissy, no setup. That looks bullish. I'm happy with that. Aussie Yen, it's still, okay, it's still there, it's fine. So Aussie Yen is still a valid setup. Stop loss below this low, below this low, below this daily candle. Looks good. It's a slow burner, but it looks good. Kiwi CAD, no setup. No setup. This is just, again, this is just a mess. Kiwi Yen looks fine. CAD Yen, on its way, just gone. Look at the quality of this trend. It's insane. It's probably going to run into resistance soon. Swissy Yen, still going. CAD Swissy, breaking up. Yeah, I'm just thinking about the Japanese yen losing value. Anyway, okay, breakout. So that looks good. They all look bullish. Excuse me. Okay, so the best one I got out of that one was Pound Yen. No, Pound Kiwi, which I like. Aussie Yen and Kiwi Yen. Did I get triggered? Sorry, hold on. Aussie Yen I'm in. Kiwi Yen I'm in. So I got triggered in those as well. So I got triggered into a lot of trades yesterday. There were a lot of them. If you didn't see yesterday's episode, you really should. It's a lot. If it's a longer episode, it's usually because there's additional tips in there, like additional wisdom that I kind of like. That was yesterday. I thought was a really good episode. Aussie Swissy. Oh no, that's gone. Definitely nothing there. Natural gas is I'm triggered. You checked Glencore today as your end of day yesterday, not looking great at the moment. Okay, we'll get to that. Let's have a look at it. Okay, we'll have a look at that. And we got Friday tomorrow, so we'll see if the markets are going to push higher. Okay. All right, let's go to our usual, and let's have a look at gold. Okay, gold continues to push low. It's still in this area. So yesterday, yeah, basically I'll stay with that for now. Leaning bullish, leaning bearish, but it's in an area where we'll see how it goes. However, I would say one thing. This is a bit of a momentum candle. That is as well, which means we could finally have properly broken the back of the buyers and see it heading low. I think it's fair to say 1900 is a fair target. I'll have a look at it tomorrow. How's silver doing? Silver's bearish. Okay, yeah, but like it's in an uptrend here. It's coming back into the moving averages, so it could. I'm cautious of shorting it right now. Okay, crude oils. Crude oil battling, didn't go anywhere. Wheat, no setup, needs a pullback. Coffee is breaking sound, but there's nothing. There's no setup on sugar. No setup on cotton. All right, let's have a look at these. So the Dow, I think there might be something there. The S&P, absolutely now looking good. That I like the look of. Okay, so absolutely S&P is going on my list. Could I check natural gas again? I will. I like that. S&P, I like that. I like it. Doesn't mean it's going to be a 3-to-1 or 4-to-1, but look, the issue is this. The issue is this weekly candle. We're overextended on the weekly. We've got a bearish candle here. We could be due for a bit of a retracement. But in isolation, that looks like a good valid setup. There's a potential little bit of resistance here, but otherwise, looks good. I'm happy with it. Natural gas. Natural gas looks good to me. We're still bullish. We've still got the bullish. This MACD's trending higher. We've got fresh eyes on that, so that's bullish. It's now above zero, so it's a little bit extra bullish. We've got an uptrend here, pull back. We're above the 50-period moving average. We've come back down, so all the moving averages are now underneath us as support. Bullish candle here, and we've broken the high. So it's more bullish than bearish. Look, it could be in a range, and so we could find it goes up a little and then down, but it looks more bullish than bearish right now. NASDAQ. Oh yeah. Okay. So there we go. Those are my setups here. We've planned them. We've been waiting for this the whole kind of week. So there we go. Not that. I don't need that one. My pleasure. My pleasure, my friend. Russell 2000. Just a range. It's broken out the range to the downside. So we can get rid of this. And there's no setup. So we can get rid of that. FTSE, I don't know. We'll have a look. DAX. There's our bullish candle. So we had a bullish candle here that didn't trigger, and we got another one here. So I think this could be it. So I'm going to comment on that. I probably won't trade it. I'll keep an eye on it tomorrow. I'm actually taking the day off work again tomorrow. I'm going to those roller coaster rides. What's it? Chessington or something like that. It's one in the UK. It's like one of these roller coaster things. Going to go do that with my fiance and her friend. So taking the day off tomorrow. It's summer, man. That's what you do. Okay, so I highlighted that, but there's nothing else that's changed. All right, let's go through equities. Nice and bullish. Looks good. That was highlighted yesterday. I didn't trade it. I just mentioned it. Amazon, there's a nice breakout. So consolidation breakout. That's good. You can see just a lot of this stuff happening. So I need to see how the weekly candles will close. Friday's a bit tricky. We could really have a really bullish day tomorrow, or we could have a really bearish day tomorrow. And that'll tie in. I'm leaning towards bullish, but we're going to have to see. AT&T, bullish candle, but not really a setup. ARC, there we go. There's your setup. Boom. We even had the box in the right place. ARC looks good. I'm just going to make a little note here. I like ARC. Possible setup there. Glencore, I highlighted that yesterday, but hasn't done anything. Oh, that's what you were saying. It's not looking good. Yeah. No, that hasn't gone anywhere. Okay. All right. So that was a bit of a dud. But down here, I don't know if this is going to hold. We'll see. So let's see if this holds and we get something tomorrow, bullish candle. But yeah, no, that didn't. And that weekly candle looks... We've got higher lows here and we've got equal highs. But we'll have to see how that goes. Tesco fell right through. Look at that. So these are... Woof. Tesco really fell through the floor there. Wow. Wow. Double top there. Just, wow. Big move. Okay, well, hopefully Glencore doesn't take the same route. Amex, finding support in this area. Nice little level of resistance. 50, 20, and 10 in the correct order. Pullback, is it pulling back to a fib level? Let's find out. So it's back to the 382. If I move it down to here, it's right on the 382. So it's on a fib level. Glencore. I don't really see a strong uptrend here. I'm stating it because of this. So here we go. With the monthly trend right now is up. So there's a potential bullish candle here, and so I'm kind of interpreting it from that and a higher low here. And so yeah, technically, if I look at this, here's where price is now. There's the high, there's a low. There aren't really any higher lows, higher highs here, but this was a downtrend. We have come up and broken that. So on the daily, we're not really in a very clear trend, and on a weekly, we're probably in a down. You see what I mean? Then we're like, it's giving very mixed signals. If you want to argue, if a person wants to argue this as a lower high, lower low, then we'd be in a downtrend currently on the weekly. But on the monthly, we're in an uptrend. So we are getting very mixed signals there. Okay. American Express, I want to put on the list. Amex. Berkshire Hathaway. Oh, that was a bullish candle there. Hasn't really gone anyway. Same thing. But I'm just gonna... I don't see any setup now, so I'm gonna remove that one. Coca-Cola. Nothing. I don't see anything. There's no clarity there. The monthly looks bullish. Looks like it wants to go higher. Bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle. Looks like it wants to go higher. Bearish divergence there, which means possibly we're leading towards a fail move. So what I would be watching is breaks of the lows here. So if we break lower, then we could see a bigger correction. But then on the weekly, it looks like it wants to go higher. Very much mixed signals there. But I'm watching this now because as bullish as it looks here, there's clear bearish divergence. So maybe it's just going to consolidate, and then that will straighten out, and then it'll break out to the upside. BP, mess. I mean, there's that bullish candle forming there, and if it holds, we might see a move back up. But yeah. Exxon, same thing, nothing really there. Excuse me, General Motors is turning around here. So there might be a bullish candle here. I want to say it's range bound. Therefore, I think there's possible potential move up to the top. But that's a short-term trade. It's not a great trade. It's like there's better stuff out there. But that would be my kind of take on it. Nothing on JP Morgan, Adidas. Look at that. Very clean pullback, and it's just taken off. So, okay, nothing there. Meta. I was highlighting these little things here. So we've still got a few of these things hanging around here. I could be trying to find support. That weekly looks beautiful, but it is at some point going to be overdue. That's just a ridiculous move up. Should be quite bullish. We'll see. Morgan Stanley, no setup there at all. Hasn't gone anywhere. It's gapped down. There's no actual direction on Morgan Stanley. So there's no clear direction on it. Danger zone, still holding for NVIDIA. We'll leave it at that. The only thing I wanted to update on this one was that it goes to 500. Because that's it's the next big round number, and we could see a thrust to that, but I still think it's in the danger zone where it is. And actually, wouldn't it be cool if NVIDIA comes down and closes the gap and then works its way up? It doesn't have to close the gap. They don't have to. But that would be kind of cool. That would be like an extra chef's kiss. Okay, you see, to me, this looks like that's getting ready to do a correction to the downside here. It doesn't have to, but it looks like it might be wanting to do that. And that is Netflix. We'll see. We'll see how tomorrow closes. PayPal. Ooh, sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning. And there's a bullish candle. Okay, it wants to keep going, but remember, I've got to wait till it gets above this area. Spotify looks good. So that's a bullish continuation candle, bullish inside candle. Implication is just that it's more bullish than bearish. Let's see what happens. It's also not that overextended on the weekly, so it should be able to keep going. Spider, yeah, that's the danger zone there. nothing to add to that. FedEx, yeah, that would constitute to me a bullish continuation. Bullish continuation over there. And Tesla, that looks like a bullish setup. Wow, okay. And then Vanguard, bullish setup. Vanguard actually looks halfway decent. From a monthly perspective, doesn't look so bad. Doesn't look so bad. Bonds looking bearish, nothing more there. Cryptos. Okay, they haven't gone anywhere today so far. Had a really solid breakout. I think it's fair to say I can remove this now. Oh, I wanted to leave it into the Sunday video. Ethereum almost broken through that level. Come on. It's almost got to do it. Looks good. Looks bullish. Solana. Cardano. Hi, Osman. Hello, hello. Which do I think is the most profitable and lucrative long-term investment? Bitcoin or gold? Gold. Why? Well, because gold is real. It's physical. You can touch it. And if everything else goes to crap, we'll go back to gold. So that is something Bitcoin just isn't. Bitcoin is higher risk, higher return. Gold is safe. Cool. I love the questions. Love your questions. They're great questions. They're kind of questions you have a glass of whiskey and talk deep into the night about, oh, this is interesting and this is interesting. Yeah, it's those ones. There we go. Thank you for asking. Cool. So that was all I really saw. So the stuff that I saw today that's come up was, I'll recap quickly, was the Dow. Potential bullish candle forming here, possible. If tomorrow breaks above the high. It's not a green candle. It's not very bullish. So maybe not. But then I saw the S&P, which looks good. So the S&P looks nice. That's pretty cool. And NASDAQ was also pretty cool. So that also looks good. And then I saw ARK, which I thought looked pretty decent. Okay, not so bad. There's definitely a level of resistance. My apologies. I think I should mark this. Is it here? Where is it? There's something there. So there'll be potentially a battle there. I also have Amex. Why is Amex not higher up? It is. There it is. And there's that one, which also has a level up here anyway. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. That's it from... Oh, and then pound Kiwi, which I really like the look of. Is it here? No. GBPNZD. But there's a level there as well. So I have to acknowledge that the things with the levels could be problematic. Thank you very much. Yeah, me too. Thank you very much. I'll let you guys go. And that was it. Pound Kiwi and the rest. I'm in. And we'll see how the week finishes. Do these things trigger? Do we finish strong? Or does everything finish weak? Because that will change the weekly candles. So for example, if the S&P whatever finishes down tomorrow, finishes this way, then yeah, we could be up for a weekly retracement. Not a very big one, down to here, but still for next week. But then that would be probably the last week of the month, and then we might have a bearish, like a bit of a rejection candle, and then we're stuck in this low. So those are the possible outcomes of that. It's a possibility. So I might just reduce my risk on these positions tonight, just in case. If it goes well, then I make some money. If it doesn't go well, then I don't lose that much. Cool. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you hopping on whenever I do these. I do them whenever I can. So sometimes it's 6:30, sometimes it's 7. I have other things I always have to do. But I appreciate you guys hopping on, and appreciate it very much. I will see you guys tomorrow. Or otherwise, if I don't speak before then, have a good weekend. Have a good weekend. To this one. There you go. Yeah.